NewGenGamers.com.
Now we're looking at a game from DMA Design. And Luke, do you know what DMA Design stands for?
I do not. Why don't you tell me?
It doesn't mean anything.
Alright.
That's the name of the company, and that gives you kind of an idea where these guys come from.
Yeah, it does. They were just kind of goofing off a little.
So, they first came out with a title called Lemmings. Well, not first, but one of their early successes was called Lemmings. A very odd title where you had to save lemmings from basically killing themselves because they would just go. And it was a puzzle game, and if you've never played it, check it out. But this is something completely different. And this is called Body Harvest.
Yeah, the hopping off the bench when they didn't actually kill themselves, that was always my favorite.
Those poor lemmings. I killed hundreds of those things. Now, DMA Design later went on to do a title called Grand Theft Auto for the PlayStation about a year after this game came out. Now, at this time, they were one of Nintendo's second-party Dream Team companies that was intended to be a major developer for Nintendo. And this was the only title we saw from them. Now, if you'll pay attention to the design here, you hop in various vehicles and traverse across the world. Now, this was similar to Grand Theft Auto, but we would really see that in the third Grand Theft Auto in the series for the PlayStation 2. Now, David Jones, I believe, is the name of the guy that started DMA Design, and he was around for this game, and I believe he left during Grand Theft Auto 1's development. So by the time Grand Theft Auto 3 came along, he was already gone, but the idea for the design was pretty much there, and they integrated Body Harvest with Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 to make Grand Theft Auto 3, which went on to be probably the game of the aughts, the 2000s.
Yeah, the game of at least the PlayStation 2's era. That pretty much covered it.
How do I get out of here?
Now, I really like how you can just just hop into a vehicle and go here. Wow, he looks kind of like a superhero.
Yeah,
he does.
You gotta be badass to kill aliens, I think. You can't just have anybody killing aliens. I think that's one of the requirements.
I do like the whooshing sound in the background. I think it makes it sound a little eerie. I think they probably designed it to be the bug's wings, because the bug's so huge, but I think it gives it more of an eerie feel.
So you're saying that they even added atmosphere to this to where it, feels like impending doom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Impending space doom.
Ah, back to the impending space doom.
Right. It's a common theme in video games and one that never apparently gets old. And it works here. I mean, this has got a nice dramatic feel. For being an N64 game, it has a nice little soundtrack there. Kind of has the washed out blocky graphics of the N64.
Can you steal the tractor?
Where's that at?
The green thing up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't figure out where the switch is here.
Is that a John Deere? That's not a tractor.
It looked like a tractor. It was green. Excuse me for the John Deere-like sound. How do you jack the car? I mean, hop in the vehicle.
Yes, can't get into this one. There we go.
Oh,
now, yes, this is a lot like GTA 3, where you could travel along and take literally any vehicle in the game, and there was planes, boats, automobiles, you name it, as you traveled along the world. Now, this is at the very beginning of the game.
Now, I like how they implemented a lot of those things into the later game. I mean, you can see that, it was to the core. This is basically Grand Theft Auto with aliens. But since this one came first, Could we call Grand Theft Auto Body Harvest with alien or with people?
I don't know. I think it was just the evolution of the design. I think that the idea was there, and they couldn't quite do it with Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, and they just basically combined the two games. I really want to get across that.
Try shooting that big giant bridge.
Yeah, let's try that. Now, DMA Design, they did release one other title for the N64. It was Space Station Silicon Valley, which I've never got to play, but always wanted to because it seemed very novel. Now, if I hold the R trigger, I can aim my gun here as I shoot with the Z trigger.
And if you look carefully, I'm not sure how well the video is going to process, but when you were looking at the tall pillar up at the top, you started to see the fade, where the textures would just bleed.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's a lot of pop in here. You see the buildings kind of go.
A Silent Hill fog, if you will.
Yeah. Harvester Warrior detected. Look out.
Now, I'd like to cite that the PlayStation did have a Grand Theft Auto at this time. It was the first Grand Theft Auto. It wasn't 3D at all. It was all top view. All you could see was your guy's head, and you could go around and steal any car you wanted, but it was all like 2D type of thing. I like this a lot better because you're able to see a lot more. You're able to look at a lot more. It works for me.
Yeah, this was made, and then the following year they came out with Grand Theft Auto 1. So, they saw the potential here. This game didn't take off, and a lot of people missed it. But you see, obviously, a lot of the design elements did make it into the Grand Theft Auto series. And DMA eventually became part of Rockstar, and which was BMG Interactive, and are now Rockstar North. And I think now they're Rockstar Leeds or something.
Yeah, they're Rockstar something.
Anyway, this is Body Harvest. This was one we just kind of wanted to show you as a one of the too bad it didn't make it N64 games that had a lot of potential, and you saw the game design went on to make one of the best games of all time, but it wasn't in this game.
Yeah, the public wasn't ready for it.
They just weren't ready.
And
they needed hookers.
See, I don't think that the Grand Theft Auto series would have done well on N64.
I don't know. I think if you would have gained life from a car jumping around, I think that would have been interesting.
Nintendo 64's 6 new colors are so amazing, choosing a favorite might be somewhat of a struggle.
Billy? Which one? Billy?
NewGenGamers.com